welcome back. Today we're going to be adding on a little bit more of a stylish, more high fashion V-neck onto a crew neck sweater. And for this you'll only need a little bit of extra fabric and a little bit of extra ribbing, but I'll discuss the amounts that you'll need once we get into cutting it. But you'll just need a sweater or a crew neck and your extra fabric. So let's get started. All right, the first thing we're gonna wanna do is draw a line down the center of the sweater. Okay, and then we're going to take this pattern that we made and line it up with the shoulder seam, which is folded a little bit under, so we have to bring our pattern up a little bit to account for the extra fabric. And then we're just going to go ahead and trace around this. And you can just go ahead and make your own pattern depending on how far you want your extra fabric to go. This is just what we came up with. And repeat on the other side. And we're just gonna go ahead and cut straight down all the way, and then also along the outside curves. All right, now for our extra fabric, we are using about half a yard, and we're going to be cutting this on the, we cut this on the bias, which means if your fabric edges are here, then you want this going diagonal across it. So it gives it a little bit more stretch. So those are your extra fabric pieces. And then to figure out how much ribbing you need, you're going to take this measurement plus this measurement plus the back neckline measurement. And that's how long you're going to want your ribbing to be. And then for the width, we made ours 2.5 inches. So then you just go ahead and sew the extra fabric pieces onto the open sides, right along these seams and up at the shoulders. Okay, the first part that we're gonna wanna sew is up at the shoulders. So a little tip when sewing the shoulder, you can cut in just 1/2 inch, so then when you're sewing straight down the front, it gives you a little, it gives you space right here, because then once that's sewn, we're gonna go ahead and sew the shoulder seam together anyway. So just go ahead and clip that a little bit and then stitch all the way down the whole front straight edge there. And you can straight stitch this or serge it. Once you've got these extra fabric pieces sewn on, then we sew on the ribbing to the extra fabric. So we are just going to line up the bottom. You just really need to pin the ends and the middle up at the top, and then you just go ahead and straight stitch or serge all the way around that. All right, once you've got the ribbing sewn on there, you can go through and top stitch along there if you want, but we're just gonna go ahead and sew straight down and finish this sweater off. So you just want to fold it around so right sides are facing each other, and just go ahead and either straight stitch or serge right down that front seam. Alright, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and again, this is another tutorial that is really versatile and you can do a lot with. You can play around with the different extra fabrics that you get, play around with the different weight of sweaters that you get. Just be creative and just try new things, but let us know what you're thinking, and if you like what you're seeing, just subscribe so you can tune into more of our videos. But thanks again, and I'll see you later. Bye guys!